Welcome, everyone, to the original Conference Championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Tight end makes the grab.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. He'll hand it off. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And now the handoff. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
I tell you, this running back from Texas A&M is dangerous when he has room to work. Great speed, good job of picking up the first down. And Chris, you just think about some of the backs that they've had when they've had a chance to put that Texas A&M uniform on. Dante Hall, some people forget, was a Texas A&M running back. Devon Achane, of course, more recently, and even Isaiah Spiller. Good, tough blend of toughness and speed.
Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball, and they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Fires it to the wideout. Touchdown, Aggies. Strong game by this quarterback. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution of that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. We'll call for the fair catch here. Offense goes to the pistol formation now.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Handoff in a single back formation. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Handoff from the shotgun. Powers through. Breaking free at midfield. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a long run for a touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. He's moving out of the pocket now. The freshman's able to get home with a sack. And the Aggies will come to the line to run the hurry-up. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And it's intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. Return a pick 6. Touchdown, tie. And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They got some ground to make up. 2nd and long from the 15. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. He's got a man down the middle. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Huge gain here by Texas A&M on a perfectly thrown ball and a great play by the wide receiver on the back end. These Texas A&M receivers can hurt you with their speed and execution when they get the ball thrown downfield.
He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. That's a potential game changer. And the big return.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, I don't know, there's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he stopped just short, down to the 2, but an excellent run.
You know, in college football anymore, Chris, you get caught up in the big plays through the passing game. But we're seeing what this back can do when he has room to run. Great acceleration, great speed. I know he gets tackled here at the 2-yard line. I'm the offensive coordinator. Give that young man the football again. Let him get his touchdown.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal.
I love that this defense is still fighting and still attacking. They're defending a first and goal play, and instead of just laying down and letting the offense score, no, they're not backing down. They get penetration, come up with a tackle for a loss.
An important third down and goal now. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5-wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Makes the catch downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete on the final play of the first quarter. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play.
Cricket. Ready.
Single back, takes the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down. The Aggies will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he throws his third interception of the day. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. really sound defense on that play.
The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense some fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Shotgun formation here on third down. It's caught. He's found some room at the 45. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
29 Philly.
Ball handed off and tackled after a small pickup there.
On the ready.
That run sets up a critical third down play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
Black 24. Black 24. Cobra.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaks through the tackler. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
On the
They're
double.
2 for 2 on third down this possession. Here's 3rd and 5.
42 Spider. 4-2 spot time.
There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
It's 4th down and a long way to go, but they're going to go for it. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's got it, enough for a first down. Touchdown, Bama. This quarterback on fire today.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
Makes the point, knocked right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Gets some space around the 30. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to throw it on first down. So it's incomplete. He caught the ball, but they rule him out.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And the Aggies come to the line in a hurry-up. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
And they stopped him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And he powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. The kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
The offense starts with a short field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's escaping the pocket now. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, A&M.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Automatic in the PAT. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. You see the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short completion to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down. Second down play coming up for this offense. Goes to his right side there for the completion. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
First down. We're going to throw the football. Pressure is coming. And the junior gets home, making a sack there. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Quick pass, the catch is made. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And looking to throw now on first down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Offense looking to throw the ball. Trying to extend the play. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's complete downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Aggies will kick this away to start the second half. Returner decides to fair catch this. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. And a chance right away here in the second half to stretch the lead and build momentum. Let's see what this defense can do about it. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Conference championship on the line. This quarterback told us, this is my time to shine. This is my stage, Kirk, and he is delivering.
Well, anytime you see a performance like this out of a quarterback, it's like the stars are in alignment. The quarterback's doing his job. The play caller is seeing the defense and putting him in a position to have success. And let's not forget the line and the receivers, the job that they're doing as well. It's a dream performance so far by this quarterback.
Return begins inside the 10. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Hard running through a tackle. Tackle made after a big gain. The big fellas, Kirk, flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Defense does a really nice job here being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, he changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, as you know, the reason this team has such a nice lead today is the day that this guy has had running the football. But that time, finally, the defense comes up with an answer for it.
Cut, cut, cut. Longer. Ready.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Are you ready?
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down.
42 spider.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
And he knocks that one right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here.
Here we go.
They'll ride the back again here. And the ball to the ground. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do. And they're on it for a big turnover.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road.
On the
And
ready.
the offense gifted with great starting field position for this drive.
Here we go.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Easy.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
That sack makes it 3rd down. From the shotgun, drops back. The pocket breaking down. They chased him down. He tried to run for it, but it'll bring up 4th down.
On the zone.
And the coach leaves his offense on the field to go for this one, needing to get a 1st down. Needs a completion here on 4th down. and they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Gets into space at the 50. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
On the set.
Big guys up front, line up. It's first down.
Pound 55 weak.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. That's another strike for his quarterback. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against the secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front giving him enough time to throw.
PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Jones. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Quick completion to the tight end. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Nice grab. It's Jones. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made by the tight end. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackle made after the completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon. We'll give him credit there. He made a nice play in the backfield.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter.
Flex. Igloo.
From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He pulls it in for a big gain. Touchdown, tie. This offense is still clicking. In a conference championship game, this quarterback, this receiver, having a performance we are never going to forget, Kurt.
You know, at this point, I'm just kind of sitting back, just enjoying it. I don't even know what to say from an analytical standpoint because it just keeps happening over and over again. But it sure is fun to just sit back and watch these guys execute.
And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the fourth. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Handoff to the back. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all been? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of it.
He's going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
There's a wide-open receiver complete. The stop is finally made, but it's a big gain. Stopped at the 49.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Well, this defense is playing well with a letdown there. Who's too comfortable in this big lead at the moment, maybe?
Yeah, what I love to see is this offense is not giving up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out, and now let's see if they can put another play or two together and get the points on the board. Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it, but give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground here. Shreds the tackle.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. That ball snagged for a completion. Makes the 1st down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Yeah, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Tackle, but 1st down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
There's the handoff. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
See this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
Second down after that run on the previous play. An inside give now from the shotgun. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They'll try the right side on the toss. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.